Adobe Acrobat Studio, your team's home base. Collaborate within a shared PDF space. You've got your docs, your plans, your specs, and then invite the crew to build what's next. They talk up the teamwork, they think that this design could be a contender. And when somebody wonders what's the next step, AI helps you finish the rest. Bolts are tight, now your plan's refined. Run a smoother business when you're all aligned. Do that with Acrobat. Learn more at adobe.com/do-that-with-Acrobat.
Pretty crazy to go from Twitter jail to sitting down at Twitter HQ.
You made me buy the company.
Yeah. We wanted to give you something. It's an IOU worth $44 billion.
Thank you. I will treasure this gift.
No.
Oh, that did it.
There it is.
The barbarians have burst through the gate and are having a drink. Around here, it's not about whether you had some of the woke Kool-Aid. You're swimming in the woke Kool-Aid. Pretty much all of the social media companies were acting in unison. Where do you find the truth if everyone is in lockstep with a lie? I felt like if I showed up with a sink, they'd have to let me in.
Have you played the new Zelda game yet?
Is Zelda on PC?
Not legally.
What's in your unsent drafts? I want to know what you're not. I want to know what you're holding back. We'll turn the cameras on.
Halo was the only game that I ever played on a console.
Okay.
I completed the campaign on Legendary, which is hard. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, a lot of people on the left have no sense of humor. They're not funny. If you're, premised on a lie, you can no longer be funny because there's no revealed truth. Every civilization has a lifespan, just like an individual creature.
About how many years do you think we got left?
It's the Babylon Bee at Twitter headquarters. Oh, and Elon Musk is there too.
Subscribe to the Babylon Bee. You won't regret it.
All right, the interview's done. We got what we need.
Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Savaged Unfiltered, guys. We're back on the airwaves. I know Joseph's been missing the show, and he's been missing wanting to spiel whatever comes out of his mouth. I see him in the green room, and he's like, he's got the voices right now, the expressions. I see him right now. But without further ado, guys, let's bring in the legendary, the man, the myth, the legend, Joseph M. Leonard, to the show.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
Yeah, sorry it's been so long since we've had an episode, but in part, what? We're going to blame Shakey for being on vacation, right? It's all Shakey.
Yeah, well, he was in Europe the whole freaking fucking month, enjoying those European views, huh? Did you say hello to our good friend Federica? I hope so. You passed Rome. Well, you told me twice, Yeah, they passed Rome twice, and then they sail up a little bit, and then they had to go back or something. Something, right, Joseph? Shakey, almost called you Joseph, right, Shakey? You guys had to go back to the port. You had to go back to the port because apparently they forgot to pick up some supplies because they had to make sure, some of these ports, they're drop off and then they're pickup ports, but they're also supply ports too. So I guess they forgot to get the ports, right?
I guess that's like a throwback to the Amtrak episode. They didn't get the Miller Lite, right?
Yeah. Well, Shakey told me he's like the whole vacation was great, but the entire second day of it, when they were leaving Cape Canaveral, was a fucking disaster. They were almost late, Joseph, getting onto the fucking ship. He told me they made it by 2 minutes. He said, I guess the attendants were nice to Shakey and his family, but hey, that's what you get, for what? How long did it take you to get to Europe? 11 days from Cape Canaveral over to to Europe. Yeah,
that's a lot of time.
Yeah. So the majority of it was going there and then coming back. So 11 days there and then 11 days back. So and then like the couple of days, they were only like between like Italy and some of the Mediterranean Sea over there. They didn't go very far. They only went up like 6-7 miles, if that, Shaky, right? Your majority of your Voyager was in the Atlantic Ocean.
Out in the middle of nowhere, floating around, nothing but ocean, huh? Yeah, I mean, I know these ships. I've been on several cruises. I mean, the bigger and better, and they squeeze more into space now. I mean, there's always things to do, but 11 days on the boat is too long.
Yeah, he said it was 11 days.
Too long.
11 days. Yeah. Did you guys pass the Titanic site? Oh no. That's
that's
what the hell am I thinking? Yeah. It was like 25 miles off the coast of New York City.
Part of the
I think it's like 20.
Yeah.
It's not very far. It's only like 25, maybe 30 miles off the coast of New York. Yeah. But anyway, guys, we're going to talk about Rumble Talk today. What is Rumble Talk? What is it? I'm still baffled about the title because Joseph threw some suggestions, over the weekend and last week. He's like, we got to talk about Rumble Talk.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Rumble and we're going to talk about TikTok and all types of stuff. Go ahead, Joseph. I'll give you the floor.
If we're going to do a Rumble Live, why not do a TikTok Live at the same time? Hence, a Rumble Talk Live simulcast, right? You heard it here first. We will be the first to do it, right? We're on the cutting edge.
Yeah, we're definitely on the cutting edge here. Thanks, Shakey, for being hesitant for splitting the screen there with me. Bear with us, folks. Shakey's been off the studio here, and even his own studio for a month, so he's a little rusty. But yeah, it's going good here. I want to get into the Rumble here, Rumble Talk here. We're gonna call it. Joseph, I have a huge announcement. We're gonna be doing Rumble Lives starting this Saturday, which I think is gonna be tremendous. I think that's what Savage Unfiltered has been missing from the show. A little Rumble Lives, get the whole audience, the conservative audience from Rumble, because hey, maybe that's what we're missing.
Yeah, and it's a good insider thing for Savage, the hardcore Savage Army. They can work in their schedules to be part of seeing it live before anybody else gets to see it, and then of course everybody else then will see it later or hear it over Anchor or whatever. But it'll be interesting because I've only done like a handful of live interviews because it's okay with us, though. You never know where we're going to go anyway. But we're unfiltered and online and okay. But other interviews live, it's like you got to be careful.
You got to do savage shit.
Yeah,
it's
I guess we were too extreme for
pushing
for
myself
the blockheads over there on 105, the block motherfuckers. Yeah. You're too extreme for our platform. You're too extreme for our nation, our station of hip hop. They sing garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what the hell was I thinking of going over there?
Speaking of hip hop, since has everybody seen? You could go onto YouTube. I forget the name of the rappers, but they do a song called "Boycott Target."
Digital shoppers. There's a cleanup on every aisle. Target is targeting your kids.
They put a target on my back, but they targeting your kids. They don't even need to ask, cause you all know what it is. Yeah, that's why I keep it strapped, and I'm always by my beds. This agenda gotta stop. Yeah, you know we gonna win when they target. Yeah, they targeting. Target. Yeah, they target kids. Target. Yeah, they targeting.
So go to YouTube, find Boycott Target rap. Great tune, wonderful. And although I responded on their channel, maybe not boycott Target.
Savage, unfiltered,
What I'm saying is, if you're going by a Target and you got a little time, stop in. Move things from one aisle to another.
Oh, speaking of Target, Joseph, did you know they've like everything is Pride now of Target? They gone total woke.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, move things around. I don't want you to be malicious. I'm talking about, passive aggressive disruption here, peaceful protest. But here's the main thing. We want to hurt Target, but not the local store employees. So if you're going in and moving things around, they still need all those employees to keep rearranging back the way the store is supposed to look. So you hurt their bottom line, but hopefully help all those employees keep their job. That's what I'm saying.
Joseph, I want to put this this clip in here, guys. We kind of mentioned it last week. I did a little solo show, just myself. I guess giving Joseph a little break, and we did a little solo show. I was still playing producer Michael because Shakey. What a disappointment from her. Her team lost the game this past Friday. I thought it was hilarious. She writes here on her social here. It was nice to be back on the court and in a real game and everything. The love from the fans who came out was amazing, and the players. The fans who came out. It reminded me, folks, of a Biden pandemic circle thing. Remember back in the day with the pandemic when Biden would do these like little things and everything, and he had like these little circles set up, and there would be like 2 or 3 people in the circle, and then like 6 or 7 feet away there'd be another circle. That's what it reminded me in the arena. Like there was like these little blotches of fans spread out through all of LA's crypto.com arena. That's how it reminded me of the blotches. He was on vacation, but that's okay. It's okay. We're not done making fun of you yet.
Savaged, unfiltered.
Laugh because I just happened to look up. I have on Chris Salcedo on Newsmax, and at the end of his show, he was showing the Boycott Target video. So it's breaking the internet.
Oh yeah. I want to, but before we get into that, Joseph, since everything is going woke here, we're talking about Rumble talk. Everything's rumbled and everything is TikTok influence. Speaking of TikTok influence, did you see the latest from the TikTok influencer? She's a TikTok influencer, not Dylan Mulvaney. We're talking about Brittany Griner, which the real name is Brian. That's his real name, by the way, Brian. But did you see this, guys? Check this out here. I want to get the savaged, unfiltered reaction here of Brittany Griner saying that she's never going to play overseas again. Check this out here.
I'm no stranger to hard times, so. See, you cried and you made me cry.
You made me cry.
You're going to be faced with adversities throughout your life. This was a pretty big one, but I just kind of relied on my hard work, getting through it. I know this sounds so small, but, dying in practice, and just hard workouts. You find a way
folks,
to
just
grind it out.
She's going to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance once again.
Just keep going. Just keep moving forward. You can never stand still, and that was my thing.
I was in a Russian gulag, and the Russian gulag did some terrible things to me. I was violated. Listen to this garbage here, and then I'm going to get Joseph's reaction to this.
Oh, my God. Never get too focused on the now and just, looking forward to, what's to come. Yes, I was aware. There was a little bit of a delay in getting news sometimes, but I was aware of the efforts and everything that was going on. I was able to see pictures sometimes of different things, the We Are BG. So.
Oh, shut up. Shut the hell up. Shut up. Enough of you.
Yeah.
Did you hear that,
Yeah.
Joseph? Garbage. Garbage.
You know, the WNBA obviously doesn't fill arenas to begin with, but I was so happy to see that the arena was next to empty. People, I don't know officially boycotted or not, but yeah.
I said it last week on the show. I don't even think they hit 1,000 fans in that.
Jack and take that California trip. Get your kicks on Route 66.
The owner had to come out and say, you know, it was like, oh, yeah, I mean, why are you holding this against us and her or it or whatever? I mean, you know, you want to know why? Too fucking late, bitch, if we're going to call you a female.
Oh, no.
This realization how great America is now, too little, too late. I don't buy it. I don't believe you. This is all crocodile tear bullshit. You want to protect your $1 million paychecks. That's all this is. Fake, fraud, phony.
I'll say this, you know, the whole reason a lot of us go over, you know, is the pay gap. You know, a lot of us go over there to make an income to support our families.
Pay gap.
To support
Give me a break.
To support ourselves.
You make 20 times what anybody else makes that has to actually work for a living. Give me a break, this pay gap crap. It was the same thing with the soccer idiot. Yeah, the purple-haired freak bitch. The pay gap. You don't put people in the fucking seats. If you filled the arena, you could be paid more. And blame women. This is the WNBA. Women aren't going.
Yeah, Joseph, did you happen to see when they were like, the crypto.com arena? Now, the crypto.com, I think that's what set from the audience from basically not going to the entire arena. Crypto.com arena. Who the hell labels that? Crypto.com arena.
Well, I mean, once the naming rights to the place go down, come up again, any stooge that is going to be the highest bidder. These people have no values or principles. It is only ever the bottom line. Now, I get it. I am a free market person. I am very pro people being able to make money. But you have to have lines that you don't cross and a degree of principles. And just because someone's the highest bidder doesn't mean, because that reflects on you too, doesn't mean it fits your brand. Right? Like, I can't think of anything offhand, but if I owned a team, if the naming rights of the stadium don't fit my brand, that's a problem.
Yeah, it is a problem, Joseph. It's a huge damn problem. And did you see that they had Kamala Harris? she's like, she said, guys, I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself for those who had listened to the show last week. Sometimes people don't listen to the show, so we're giving you like a little, a booster, so to speak, here on this on another Savage Unfiltered. Kamala Harris was like, "You're a team, you're a family, and this and that." Like the fakeness that came out of her. Oh my God, Joseph, you got any reactions to that? Because I'm going to plug this clip in. You got to see this
obviously, again, it's because the idiots, Biden administration and cackling Kamala wanting to take a victory lap for bringing the dumb bitch who should have been left to rot there in prison, if not also a deal made for Paul Whelan of Michigan, the Marine, the Patriot, the America-loving patriot, still left behind. No discussion to bring him home. They bring that dumbass home. So they want to take a victory lap and hope we all still forget about Paul. Not gonna happen.
Thank you for all that you did in supporting Brittany. Because I know that was rough and that was so difficult for you. A team is a team, that's family. And for you all to have stood together so tight and to keep her story alive through yourselves.
I just wanted to say thank you so much on behalf of the W and the players. Tonight is a game, but we're also celebrating the return of one of our own, and what the Biden administration did to make that happen is like really, really important. I'm serving as the president of our union, and it was not easy. We know that it wasn't easy, but we just want to say thank you so much for everything that you did for us to be able to play against BG tonight.
It was easy. Shut her up. It was easy. They did the easy thing. They brought the dumb bitch millionaire b-ball player home and left the American patriot behind Russian bars still. They did the easy thing. It wasn't hard. It was easy. They did the let's bring the lesbian whatever it is home.
Yeah, she wants to be a lesbian now, by the way. And so does Dylan Mulvaney.
Yeah, I saw that TikTok today on Newsmax.
I want to be a lesbian. Yeah. How the hell can you be a lesbian? You're a fucking man.
Yeah, Dylan Mulvaney comes out on TikTok explaining how hard it was to tell its parents, I'm into women now.
That's great. She's a man. That's
a
the way
man.
She's going back then. Right? She's going back to being a man. If she says she's into women.
That's a cry for help.
That's
this
great then.
Person is mentally ill, deranged, confused, needs psychological help, and the parents still do nothing. They care anything about this child?
I don't know. Do they, Joseph? Do they care anything about the child?
It doesn't seem like it to me.
I don't think they care. I think the thing is, Joseph, I think that they're looking for sympathy. That's what they're doing. They're looking for a sympathy clause. They're looking for reactions from whatever fan base they can obtain. They're looking for anything right now. They're in desperation mode. They're really in desperation mode. They're crying for help, right? They're trying everything for publicity. They're doing like the fucking woke Bud Light. They're doing now feminism right now with Miller Lite. They're doing all this type of stupid fucking woke shit. They're in a cry for help, Joseph. Yeah. They're like, oh shit. We got to do something because after 30, 40 years, people don't take us serious anymore.
And
we never did.
For anybody who hasn't seen the Why Budweiser episode, that's number 439. I wrote it down before the show. I knew I wouldn't remember it. Please go to Rumble and watch episode 439 video. I would have never thought we'd be here today discussing this aspect from when we were discussing Dylan then. But,
well, it's still catching a national attention, Joseph. The conservative platform and certain Republicans and right-wingers, like they call us, you know, like we're concerned about this.
You right-wing extremists are into that gender binary, which is very oppressive.
So I'm just gonna really fast. I'm not a right-wing extremist. I'm actually a
you have American flag on your shirt.
I'm a United States Air Force veteran. My parents are legal immigrants from the Middle East. I don't give into the right wing. I'm not right wing just because I don't give into that. Like for instance,
Well, do you believe there are two genders?
Yes, I believe there's.
Then you're a right-wing extremist.
That has nothing to do with being right-wing. There's men and women. If some people have gender dysphoria.
Did you wear a mask during the pandemic?
I definitely did not wear a mask.
Well, then you are a right-wing extremist.
Oh God, dude, I can't
I'm getting very uncomfortable here. I'm already, risking my life being here that you're not wearing a mask.
We don't want our American traditions to be lost forever. We don't want beer that our grandparents used to drink go like to shit. I mean, speaking of shit, right? That's Miller Lite's thing, right? Oh, you could turn bad shit into good shit, right? Spin off of the last episode that we did.
I still am a little on the fence and back and forth with the Miller thing. I still think, and I want to give it time, and we'll see. But I'm still giving Miller Lite a little benefit of the doubt that this was tongue-in-cheek, meant to be a joke. They were straddling the line, hoping not to go over, and it just went wrong. I think they expected this to be a spoof ad. I mean, a serious company doesn't say shit in their ad a dozen times and it be a real serious ad. Everything about this, to me, in my core, screams that it was a mock ad, and most people just received it the wrong way, and it's blown up in their face. I could be wrong, not to say I'm never wrong, obviously, but at the same time, I'm not going to just automatically take the knee-jerk, they have to be woke. We've got to attack them. Attack.
Yeah. Well, speaking of... No, I'm sorry, Joseph. We kind of crossed over each other. But speaking of Bud Light and... Are we there? Can you hear me now, Joseph?
Yeah, I can hear you. I thought you froze a minute ago, too, but you seem to be okay. Go on.
Okay. All right. Anyway, that was weird. Some gremlins get them sometimes. Anyway, speaking of the Bud Light and Miller Lite, did you see the latest coming out of the George Strait concert? Did you? That's just popping up. I just seen that pop up on where the hell was that? Help me out, Shakey. That was at dailymail.com. They just put this out, guys. I got to announce this. This is probably buzzing news. You're probably hearing this for the first time. If not, maybe you're hearing it again. I'm sorry for repeating it. I sound like a broken record. I'm sorry for that. But guys, you got to listen to this. Okay, a recent George Strait concert goers are now ignoring Bud Light tents and Miller Lite tents. As the company Anheuser-Busch and Miller Lite, just lost now, Joseph. It's up to like $36 billion off their market value. They're going to these concerts, right? And concert goers are ignoring the Bud Light and Miller Lite tents. Usually that are in the parking lot when they do.
There was somebody did a video at a baseball game. I forget, a Padres game it might have been, and they were showing the concession. Line up the yin-yang at the one booth. Next to it, Bud Light, nobody there. Nobody to be found.
Listen to this, Joseph. Listen to this. Fans were buying competitors' beverages, including Coors Light, during the George Strait concert in Ohio quite recently. It was like about a week ago, right, Shakey? Yeah, about a week ago. Both Budweiser and Michelob Ultra, which is also owned by Anheuser-Busch, were also left on these shelves and through these tables of the vendors. No one was buying them. They were like walking right past them, not even buying the damn cans. That's crazy. like I said, guys, the company has lost nearly $36 billion in market value. That's a lot. Did you hear that Budweiser, Joseph, and Miller Lite are wanting to buy back all the expired beer? How the hell you do expired beer? That's crazy.
Well, Budweiser was putting $20 rebates on $20 cases because it's cheaper to give in and out. Somebody there has functioning brain cells still, because it's better to sell the beer and rebate the price and get the cans back through recycling than it is to have to go out, round it all up, bring it back, pay people to dump it. So that's a smart move on their part. Now again, Miller Lite, I'm keeping my powder dry on, but Bud Light, there's no question with what they did. And yes, I am all for the boycott, as well as Adidas and Calvin Klein, North Face, and all these others who you didn't learn. You got to learn the hard way. You've seen what happened to Bud Light, but then you went and did it anyway? Okay, your stock has got to tank.
I'm Alec.
I'm Abby.
We've been together, it'll be 2 years next month. We met on a dating website, actually. I didn't want to wait for her to message me back on there.
He slid into my DMs, guys. He did. He did. When I got in the car, I never thought I would be with someone that has tattoos. My mom's gonna kill me. Like, we've been dating for like 5 months, and I was like, why is this guy not telling me that he loves me? Like, I am great, Alec. I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm just gonna tell him that I love him. And I like wrap my arms around him.
No. She came out of full-on sprint, yelling, Alexander Wallace, I love you. My favorite quality is how genuine she is. Like, no matter what it is, whether, we're joking around, we're being serious, playful, she's just always there. She just kind of like gets me, she's that other half that I've been looking for. And better half, butter half. Nothing is too awkward for us to talk about with each other.
Because we're standing in a room in our underwear talking to people we've never met.
Yeah, it's an adventure, so it's always fun with her.
Well, I seen the funny meme that's going across TikTok. Obviously, guys are like, what Michael and Joseph labeled the episode Rumble Talk, and they're like, what the hell does it have to do? No, it has to do with everything. All the people from TikTok are getting fed up, and they're actually going over to Rumble. I actually seen some of the traffic going from TikTok over to Rumble. They're like, fuck this world.
90% of the time, I have no idea what
you don't see none of that shit on
about.
Rumble. You don't.
No, and I wanted to throw one other thing, because you mentioned about the empty lines at the Bud Light tent and that. There's another video out there where someone went to a party, right? And he purposefully put Bud Light and other beers in the cooler. And of course, at the end of the night, he came back and showed all the Bud Light still there, every other beer gone. So...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, the whole transgender bullshit, folks, is catching a lot of national attention.
God made me in her image. God made me transgender.
And this is why your God better have a name, because they will name drop God all day long. But which God are you talking about? Because the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is not a her.
No, the Daily Beast just put this out just earlier today with GOP presidential candidate Nikki Haley. Yeah, a lot of folks don't realize she's running. Yeah, she's running. Joseph, did you know Nikki Haley is actually running? That's what a fucking joke that is.
She announced long ago. And again, you know what? I have a piece on thelibertybeacon.com about the sales tax scheme. I oppose it, and there's a MAGA ad. I just saw it. Ron DeSales tax. I just looked up. It was just on Newsmax. A MAGA pack attacking dissent. It's like the Oscars, my friend. Keep the name out your damn mouth. If you've got if you're such Trump is the front runner.
No.
Unless if he has a massive meltdown, he's going to get the nomination. There is no fucking reason for anybody supporting Trump to mention DeSantis or Nikki Haley or Asa Hutchinson, who had also previously.
Yeah. Well,
Vivek Ramaswamy, I love him.
Joseph, you got to listen to this.
Chance.
Listen to this thing here, because Nikki Haley has an anti-trans thing going on, right? The Daily Beast, guys, got to go onto the Daily Beast. It's a pretty cool website. I check it out from time to time. These fucking websites popping up all over the fucking place. But Daily Beast, they're really, really good. They got cheat sheets. They got your regular politics, your crime, your entertainment, your media, all over. You're basically, you know what it reminds me, Joseph? It reminds me of another Breitbart or like a Newsmax or an OAN. That's what it reminds me of. But now they're calling Nikki Haley's anti-trans rhetoric, literally, it's falling flat in New Hampshire.
Well, you want to know why? It's
Why?
easy to understand why. They remember what she said a few weeks ago or a month or so about when Iger pretended they were going to bring $1 billion complex to Florida, but not going to do it anymore because, the same company that is bleeding money and laying people off left and right, you expect us to believe you were going to build a new $1 billion center and hire 10,000 employees? It was all a sham. It's a lie to try to make DeSantis look bad. Well, unfortunately, Trump actually took Disney's side, and so did Nikki Haley. So,
well, according to Nikki Haley's latest campaign stop in St. Amsden College, which is right up there in Manchester, New Hampshire, she said this to the crowd. Everybody know about Dylan Mulvaney, right? She said, Bud Light. That is a guy dressed as a girl making fun of women. Yeah, I mean, to the GOP's hardcore base, Joseph. Do you think, do you think Nikki Haley was right by making that comment?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's red meat, but again, people remember what she said just a few weeks ago. She said, "Hey, Disney, come to South Carolina." So, but Trump are taking Disney's side.
But the South Carolina comment, do you think that's why she made that comment about Dylan Mulvaney?
Because it flopped so bad. She got so much backlash. She's backpedaling. She's desperate to change the topic and subject. So, and you see Trump doing the same thing now. Trump is backpedaling. He's saying he's getting backlash for taking Disney's side over DeSantis.
You know what I call it, Joseph? You know what I'm calling this? I'm calling this politics and eggs.
It is a myth that terrorism stopped during COVID. Unfortunately, mainstream media opted to prioritize pandemic hysteria over promoting all news. Terrorism continues. Simply hoping that it doesn't affect you is not a strategy. The new book, Terror Strikes, coming soon to a city near you, featured on The Author Show, is now available in paperback from bookstores, online, or as an ebook exclusively through Amazon Kindle. Terror Strikes, coming soon to a city near you by Joseph M. Leonard. Order today.
You know, that's what they're doing. They're giving out eggs in this whole politic scheme here. They're trying to see what works for them. Even Donald Trump, poking fun of DeSantis, calling him Ron DeSantiamonis, and then like a week later he'll change his mind and say, "Nah, he's a good guy."
Yeah,
Donald, man, you're a great leader. Stick what you need to do. Like Joseph mentioned weeks ago, you want to attack somebody, attack Joe Biden. Attack his weak failures and policies.
And also, again, like the Oscars, keep their name out your damn mouth. talk about you, talk about Biden, because at the end of the day, in my piece on thelibertybeacon.com last week, again, about this Ron DeSantis tax attack ad, it's disingenuous, it's not entirely truthful, there's no need for it. Ron DeSantis is not going to take the nomination away from Donald Trump. It's not going to happen. So there is no need to even talk about him. You're only elevating his profile.
Yeah, according
and we
to
are
Ron
going
DeSantis.
we have to come together next November to beat the fraud that's going to happen. So stop alienating people in the party.
Joseph, according to Ron DeSantis, you see his latest campaign message here he says he's going to destroy leftism if he gets elected in president. You know, we've seen the same promise come out of Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump. That's a hard accomplishment to try to destroy, Ron. Leftism. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, Joseph. He has destroyed leftism in the state of Florida here. I want to say about 80% of leftism doesn't even exist in this state. The only leftism that you see in the state of Florida are your liberal, Democratic-run cities. That is it.
Yeah.
But did he destroy leftism in Florida? Yeah. I'll give him a round of applause and a clap for that. Yes, he did. But as a president, that's Ron,
again,
that's 50 states you got to do, buddy. I don't know if you can do that.
Governing a state is a whole lot different than trying to govern the entire country. Absolutely. And like you said, again, let me make clear again here. I am Don, not Ron 2024. But let me tell you, if some of the people who are Trump cultists, some of you out there aren't principled people. And this is what I always say over and over and over. Principles, not personalities. Trump wants to attack DeSantis over that $1 billion fake deal that was never going to happen so he could what? Get to the left of Ron DeSantis? Stop with the Saul Alinsky bullshit.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
Please.
Stick with the issues. You don't just reposture yourself conveniently saying today what I can hit somebody with, and he's getting the backlash. He's having to backpedal. He's having to, rein it back some. You should know better in the first place. Stop it.
Yeah.
There's no need to talk about the other people. Talk
Joseph,
about you.
What'd you think of the Twitter thing? Do you think that was a mistake with him and Elon Musk with the thing? Did you see? I don't know if this is. A lot of people are saying it was a parody. It was a meme thing that was going on with President Joe Biden, kind of interfering with that. Did you see that? Because I seen a piece that Donald Trump put out on his Instagram account just this past couple days ago, where he had Donald Trump was speaking at one of his rallies, and then there was a clip that was constantly coming in and going in and out, and you would hear Joe Biden's voice in the clip in the Twitter Spaces. I don't know if that was accidental, but did you see that? Folks, you got to go back over to Donald Trump's Instagram account and see what I'm talking about. It has Donald Trump speaking at one of his rallies, and then you've seen in between the little 2 or 3, maybe 4-minute clip of the Twitter Space program going in and out of the rally, and then you would hear Joe Biden say, I don't know. Did you see that, Joseph?
I did not see it.
You got to go back to what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff. Now, as far as DeSantis doing the Twitter Spaces thing, hindsight's always 20/20. I mean, had it gone off without a glitch,
DeSantis was not happy about the debt ceiling. He slammed the debt ceiling deal between him and the Joe Biden and House Speaker McCarthy. He said that was a disaster.
Yeah, Trump and DeSantis are on the same page.
But Trump is being silent on it. Trump isn't even saying a damn thing about it.
He wasn't at first. I think he's come out. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. But This is what I'm talking about. Principles, not personality. Just
It's a-
because
it's a
Ron
fucking
DeSantis beats you to the microphone and says, this deal is bad and we've got to reject it, doesn't mean you've got to take the opposite position.
Joseph, we have fucking children in the damn in the political scene. That's what it is. A bunch of children, man. Complain. Like Joseph just mentioned. Oh, because he got to the microphone first. I mean, come on, guys. Do what's fucking right for the country. Don't mind. Who cares about your ego? Put the fucking ego. That's what you're seeing, Joseph. Egos in politics today. It's terrible.
Yeah.
There's so many fucking egos in the politics system today.
You know, I've been involved in politics since '78. I've been a Republican. I'm a Christitutionalist, as I coined myself recently now. A Christian constitutionalist, a conservative, fine, call me that. Call me far right if you like. One person once said I make Rush Limbaugh look like a liberal. Because Rush, and even like a Kirk
Cobain?
No.
No.
The TPUSA guy, whatever. I mean, most of the talk show hosts. You and I are honest and real, always. We deal in principles. We're not going to change our position just because someone else said such and such.
Yeah.
And that's the point here. We're going to agree most of the time. And if we don't, that's fine. We can do so civilly. But this artificial stances just to try to promote tension is stupid because, again, next November, like it or not, we need Nikki Haley. And she did a fine job as governor of South Carolina. Given that state. Now, right? She did a fine job as ambassador.
I don't know, Joseph. Would you agree her as presidential material?
No,
I wouldn't.
No. I'm not saying that. Please don't.
I want to clear it out. Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm saying. She did a good job. Mitt Romney did a reasonable job as Massachusetts governor. That's a blue state. You're not going to get a Republican that isn't a rhino and have a chance of win that governorship. So my stance on Mitt Romney as a governor is completely different than Mitt Romney as a senator from Utah, a very red state. We could do much better.
Well, Romney does support the debt deal.
Yeah,
he put that on. He actually put that out on Rumble. 4 days ago, I seen that. He's like, it says key House conservative on debt deal. There's a reason Romney supports this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, give me a break. Yeah, but again, each thing on its own merits. Just because what Romney's doing now, I can't stand him, want him out, didn't want him to be our nominee for president either when he was. I didn't want McCain to be the nominee for president either. They were both a joke. They were not presidential material. But again, Romney as governor of Massachusetts is separate and apart from Romney, the United States senator. Each is different. You don't lump it all together. Anything bad he does now doesn't erase something he may have done reasonably well before.
Savaged, unfiltered.
Credit where credit is due. Again, I'm a conservative. I've been fighting fascocrats, conservatives in name only, and rhinos.
Joseph, let's talk about Representative.
78.
Let's talk about Representative Chip Roy. The representative Republican out of Texas. He highlighted Tuesday.
He should be the
today,
speaker.
Actually,
yeah, Chip Roy.
Chip
is the
Roy,
guy
really? Wow.
Chip Roy should have been the speaker. That's what the speaker fight was about. That too many supposed conservatives, including Lauren Bobbitt.
Well, he's a big fan of Kevin McCarthy. He loves Kevin McCarthy. But you're saying he should be speaker. Wow.
Oh yeah, no, he was just on. He's leading the Freedom Caucus in the revolt to vote down this deal.
Well, Joseph, according to Chip Roy, this is what he puts out on his Twitter, right? He wrote this on Twitter actually earlier today, and it states, frankly, you're going to make things worse, and my Democratic colleagues know it. Roy said of the debt limit bill during a press conference in the members of Conservative House Freedom Caucus. That's why they're supporting it.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
I mean, exactly. So this is going to pass with probably all Democrat votes and a few rhinos in very safe districts. And every other Republican should be voting against it.
Well, a lot of people, Joseph, a lot of people are calling Romney, because he's a frequent target of the Freedom Caucus conservatives. They believe Romney is too moderate. They believe
absolutely.
I agree too. I think he's too moderate. I think he sticks, he sticks to issues that only work best, for those rhinos, because you got to remember, folks, those rhinos and those conservative Republicans are a total different fucking party. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, Joseph, labeled that very accurately. The rhinos and conservatives are two different parties. There's a divide in the Republican Party today. You're seeing a divide in the Democratic Party too.
Yeah.
You're seeing leftist Democrats and you're seeing fascist Democrats. There's a split.
Yeah.
I think we've even heard that from Ronald Reagan at one point of his presidency, saying that you will see a political shift towards the millennial.
But I'm getting tired of people saying the uniparty. They're all no, they are not all the same. I am not a rhino. There are a lot of good Republicans I know fighting every bit as hard, like I said, fighting the fascocrats as well as the rhinos and CINOs. So if you want to talk about a group, Republicans, the rhinos, the CINOs, and the fascocrats are all part of the deep state establishment. That's the appropriate term to use. They're all part of the deep state. There are plenty of people in the Republican Party fighting that. There's not enough of us. And let me tell you, if you're out there saying, I won't be part of the Republican Party, guess what? You're part of the fucking problem. Become a delegate, go to the committee meetings, go to the convention, help out real conservative candidates so we can unseat rhinos.
Yeah.
You're not, whining from the sideline isn't going to do anything. Are you lazy? Do you believe in what you say that you want to make a difference?
Well,
you've got to be involved to make the difference.
Yeah. Speaking of all these things that Joseph's mentioned, Sauce was actually texting me a couple days ago, where he just literally got back up to Wisconsin. He was in Florida in Fort Myers for almost 2 weeks, and he was like, "No wonder you don't want to leave, Michael." I was like, "Well, no, I might be going up to Atlanta soon. Don't bush your bushes there, buddy." And he's like, no. He's like, I went to a couple of conservative hearings and get-togethers here, and he was actually helping a church, for less unfortunate people, some people that was affected by this tropical storm that passed by a week and a half ago. And he was like, I went to one hearing here in Florida, and my God, he's like, the passion, the fire. It's unbelievable. What a difference. You don't see this in Wisconsin. I was like, well, that's why they call it the Freedom State. You get more, you get results in this state, Sash. You get more done. And he's like, I did not know about Jacksonville. Jacksonville is a conservative city. And speaking of Jacksonville, did you hear that the GOP literally gave up on the race there? They just had a what the hell did they have? Not too long ago. Did you hear about that, Joseph?
No.
Yeah.
But that's an important point here, is that each state is different. And even within a state, each county can be very different. So if you're pissed off, like I'm in Detroit, Wayne County, lots of rhinos here, right? A lot of establishment hacks here. That doesn't mean the next county over I can't be involved in because they're better. And it doesn't mean that I give up on my own county. I've got to be involved to make it better. It doesn't get better if you just sit home bitching. You've got to do the things that matter.
Joseph, I want to touch on this because I mentioned Jacksonville and I want to say something and not finish my thought. I forgot what I was. Thank you, Shakey, for giving. He forwarded me the screen here, and I'm going to read this off to you guys. Thank you, Shakey. Yeah, that's what you're good for. Keep on doing stuff like that so I don't look like an idiot on camera. But anyway, Jacksonville, Joseph, just had a election about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, depending on how you view this, maybe a month ago, depending on how you view this episode. It was on Tuesday, May 16th. The Duval County voters were basically putting in their votes, Joseph, for the decision for the city's general election to make their picks for the county's constitutional offices and city council seats in the races that were not decided in this past March's primary election. So that was a big one, Joseph. That was a big one. Among the races, voters that put in for the Jacksonville's mayor, a choice between Donna Deegan, a Democrat, and Daniel Davis, the Republican candidate. Also on the ballot Tuesday, this last week, actually, a week and a half ago, excuse me, were the runoff races, Joseph and folks here, for the 7 city council seats and the Duval County property appraiser. So that was a big election, Joseph, up there in Jacksonville. Yeah.
Yeah, and people got to be involved. I'm serious. I'm serious. It's like, what time's the game on? You know, most people have a DVR. You can record that dumb reality show you want to watch for another day. Get off your butt, go to a city council meeting, go to the school board meetings, go to the Republican committee meetings. Make sure your conservative voice is heard. Otherwise, you're no better than a leftist, whiny snowflake virtue signaling. You gotta do things that matter.
Yeah, and like Sas was talking about with the Jacksonville thing, he's like, you know, there's a lot of people up north and, you know, throughout the different districts that they were upset about that they felt that they abandoned the candidate there in Jacksonville. He's like, I did not know, Michael, that Jacksonville was very conservative. I was like, oh, yeah, highly conservative. Jacksonville's a very conservative city. It's one of the very few rarest conservative cities because when they think Jacksonville, they think Democrat. No. Joseph, I think, was it Miami, somewhat conservative, but highly Democratic. Orlando, oh boy, 80%. Here in Orlando, folks, it's like 80% Democratic and, 20% Republican. Tampa Bay, highly conservative Republican over there. There's a lot of fucking Republicans in Tampa.
You made my point I just made a few minutes ago. State to state, entirely different. Within the damn state alone, county to county, it can wildly vary. So if you can't do something in your own area, travel 20, 30 miles and help.
The reason why I said Jacksonville was a big election is because we've actually had a Republican mayor there in the city of Jacksonville since 2015. Actually, July 1st, 2015 is when he assumed office there, Lenny Curry, which, represents the Republican Party. And he's going to basically his term does end on July 1st, 2023. So, we're losing. But it's okay.
Well, there's always going to be a little ebb and flow.
Yeah.
And, another thing to be concerned about.
But he's been mayor for 8 years, Joseph. Yeah. That's a long-ass time.
That's the problem, is complacency.
Yeah.
People then, things are going good, and then You know, you can't turn your back for 2 seconds.
But, you know, the
Shit
Democrat
can
there, Democrat Donna Deegan's going to be taking over. God forbid. Oh, God. You know, she's going to turn that city into a San Francisco, probably.
They can do a lot of damage in 2, 4, 6 years. Yes.
Yeah. I'm telling
so
you.
you've got to keep your guard up always. My friends, politics is a nonstop job.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to be involved all the time, every year, even off election years, right?
Yeah.
Technically, there's no elections normally going on in an odd year like this. They're in the even years for the House and the president and whatnot in most elections. But you've got to be involved even in the supposed off years. Otherwise, you'll end up with rhino candidates you don't want. You've got to get the good conservative in the off years and work with them for a year up to the primary so they can win.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Guys, we're about to close it out here. I got a few little announcements, if that's okay with you, the Savaged Army. I think you're really going to be intrigued by this. We got some really, really good announcements. As you heard in the beginning of this episode, we will be going live on Rumble this upcoming Saturday. Now, guys, I want to make an announcement here. The episode you're hearing right now, Rumble Talk here, will be the only episode this week, obviously. And then this Saturday will be our live episode with Forcing Prices Among Americans is Tyranny. That's going to be a live show this Saturday, guys, on Rumble Live, on our Rumble account, Savage Unfiltered. Now, if you missed the live, don't worry, folks. Don't worry. That episode that I just mentioned will air on Monday, next Monday. And then also, too, we're going to have several other shows as well. We're going to have Through the Savage Door, which will be a introduction of the documentary book that I'm writing out, which will come and be published this upcoming August, the summer of 2023 in August. That book will be released on Amazon.com. But I'm going to basically make an entire episode of just the induction onto that book. And then we're gonna have several other episodes. Next Wednesday will be elevator pitches. Joseph and I will have a little fun with that. Basically, you know, we're gonna take current brands and companies and we're gonna flop them. We're gonna be the consumer, or we're gonna be the creator, and we're gonna be like, you know, the people behind, like the behind the scenes boardroom type of effect. And Joseph's gonna be like, Pepsi? No, we should call it something else. You know, something like that. Elevator pitches. You know, Saturday Night Live back in the 80s and 90s, they used to have fun with elevator pitchers. So really, really good stuff. And then one more show, guys, next Thursday. We're going to have what the hell is next Saturday? I'm next Thursday. I forgot. Oh, shit. Bear with me, guys.
Social Media Jeopardy?
There you go, Joseph. Yeah. Yeah. Social Media Jeopardy will be next Thursday's show, guys.
It's a good thing I took notes.
Yeah, Joseph took notes there. I had a brain fart. I labeled every fucking show for this the live show for this weekend, which I meant, guys. And I'll repeat again. If you missed the live show of Increased Prices Amongst Americans is Tyranny, that will air on the following Monday.
That's right. Monday. You see the Ron Paul commercials for gold. Inflation is the hidden tax on Americans. It really is. We've known all along Democrats wanted to let loose runaway inflation at some point, because it was the only way, because prices go up, taxes go, you know, your salary starts to go up a little bit, but it doesn't keep up with inflation.
Inflation, the hidden tax. I love it, guys. I really do. But I don't love it. I hate inflation, to be honest with you. But anyway, without further ado, I think we're going to close it out unless Joseph has any, truth or consequence. Joseph, you have any truth or consequences?
Oh, no, I wasn't really prepared for one. Oh, you know what? Yeah,
well, if you don't, we could save it for Rumble Live this Saturday. It's up to you, Joseph.
Hello. Do not adjust your equipment. No, this is not Michael Gardner. I am Joseph M. Leonard, and I am hijacking this broadcast momentarily to issue a heartfelt thank you. Thank you to the clueless nation's fascocrats that tune into this show. Thank you. I've repeated over and over. And with that, let's get on with the show! Since we just passed Memorial Day, and like I said, my next The Liberty Beacon piece will be called Honoring the Fallen Beyond Memorial Day. You know, because like I said, on Retalk, I got into a tiff with that person. It's like, you know, and I said to her, look, I wrote a book that part in the dedications is to the fallen, in part, right? So I honor the fallen of America every damn day. While a moron like you once a weekend want to virtue signal, get the fuck out of here. Right? So that's why I'm writing Honoring the Fallen Honoring the Fallen Beyond Memorial Day for thelibertybeacon.com, Saturday, June the 3rd piece. And I also joke, though, about some people may have been drinking Bud Light over the weekend because with Biden inflation, it may be the only beer they can afford, you know?
Joseph, this is Tommy from Clueless Nation. I've been drinking Bud Light my whole life, and I'm not woke. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Bullshit, Tommy, you are woke.
But seriously, I mean, if you could get a case for $20 and get a $20 rebate, I don't blame people if they did that because money's tight. So, you know, I'm not going to judge you on that. But what I wanted to say, truth or consequences wise, is...
Oh, this is the truth or consequence. I thought that was the whole thing. I'm sorry, Joseph.
No,
we'll put Joseph put him back on the main street, Shakey. There you go. Yeah.
There is a difference. Armed Forces Day, the third Saturday of each May, and I will be covering this in my The Liberty Beacon piece Saturday, honors those serving. Memorial Day, the last Monday of each May, remember those who died while serving. Veterans Day, the 11th day of each November, honors those who served. Now, like I went to Holy Cow Creamery to get a root beer float the other day, and they had, of course, on their sign, anyone serving or a veteran, get a free cone. And I walked up and said, Tyler, have anybody given you flack about this sign? Today is not about veterans. It's not about those serving or those who have served. It is for the ultimate sacrifice, those who die. That sign should say anyone who's a Gold Star family gets a free cone. We've got to make sure we honor these holidays properly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Guys, before we close it out, I want to say thank you for those who were going to tune us out there on 105 The Block. Again, sorry, guys. You know, it's a lot of getting some emails with that saying, you know, like, what happened, Michael? Is everything okay? And, you know, are you guys going to be on? No, guys, we're not. We're not. Seriously, it's not a goof. It's not a, you know, it's not a meme. It's not a parody. It was actually a real thing. We were actually going to be on that, but according to their station, we're too extreme. Myself, Joseph, and Sauce. So it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, you win some, you lose some. So without further ado, I'm going to close it out, Joseph. Is that it, man? I think we covered it all, right?
Yeah,
we pretty much covered it all.
Yeah, the 105 thing, I think we were pushing it to begin with when you gave them a picture of Sauce with a Make America Great Again hat.
I think that's what it was, Joseph. Yeah, I think, I think Jakey.
I think right from the start, then there was an uproar. And I don't think REC was the problem, who you were talking to.
No, he seemed like he was cool because I sat down with him there in Jacksonville, and I also talked to him over the phone, and he was actually very, very cool. I mean, he kind of resembles me a little rough around the edges with the face. Hey, that's what podcasting radio is. You know, I'm not a fake. I don't take stuff and with my face, and I don't wear like a $4,000 suit, like all these other jackasses on the radio network.
I think it got out that we were about to air that Thursday, and there was a revolt. So the inmates are running that asylum because I got a nasty email.
Inmates are running the
asylum. I got a nasty email because I was promoting the show all week. It's like, we're coming on your station. You don't want us to promote? I got this nasty email about, you're not on the block. Stop saying you are.
Yeah.
Okay, Snowflake, I can see something's going on here.
Yeah, you sure it wasn't Arkham Asylum? I think maybe that's what it was, Joseph, over there in Batman. Like we let too many crazy people out of there in Arkham. The Joker and Riddler and the Scarecrow, and there was too many Scarecrows probably.
But I mean, ultimately, it would have been good to help promote back and forth. But no major loss. But I really,
you lose some, you win some. That's how I say. We're gonna be gaining Rumble Live this Saturday, so that's a plus.
I really would have loved to have had access to additional audience. Even if we had to filter ourselves, we would have only filtered our language, not the content.
Oh shit! One more announcement. Thank you, Shakey. One more announcement. Yeah, guys. Thank Shakey's screaming in my ear. Thank you, buddy. We're right about the closing. Shakey's like, make sure you put that in. I'm like, all right. Guys, next Thursday, we're going to be doing 2 billboards with Blip. Yeah, I haven't done Blip in about 2 weeks. So if you guys notice, some of my Orlando audience, Miami, New York, I've gotten a couple there in Dallas. They're like one in L.A., which, Shakey, please remind me to take the L.A. one down. Anyway, fuck it.
Hey,
but
you
anyway,
know what? There are hidden conservatives there who might appreciate
very little, Joseph.
They might appreciate the show. Yeah,
very little. I think that the only conservatives are as a salt and pepper shaker probably if LA. Anyway, guys, we're gonna have some Blip boards. 2 locations. Look out for next Thursday. One being in where the hell are we, Shaker? You told me to plug it in. Where the hell? Oh, yeah. One is gonna be in downtown Detroit. Yeah. So
cool.
Detroit people. Yeah. So downtown Detroit. That will be airing for 5 hours, and then we're gonna have another one in Tampa, Florida. So those locations we did on purpose because we usually do good in Detroit. So hat tip to Detroit. Hat tip to Joseph for residing on the outskirts of Detroit. So
I just looked up again on Newsmax. There's that Ron Paul commercial I was talking about. Inflation is a hidden tax.
Oh, Newsmax with Ron Paul. Yeah. He's big on that. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, fuck the My Pillow guy. I'm gonna go all in the win. Fucking Mike Lindell is like, I really think Mike Lindell should be like some type of cabinet member for Trump in 2024. Maybe something. Give the guy a seat for Christ's sake.
No, you know what? I don't ever want to wish anybody harm, but anything that takes these fucking My Pillow ads off my TV, I'm for.
Why? I love Joseph. I bought 4 of them.
I have 2 of them. I don't have any of the slippers or the kitchen sink or all that other shit he sells. The pillows are great, but I don't need to see an ad every 5 fucking seconds.
That My Pillow's like going on almost 35 years old.
Yeah, no, because there's now My Pillow 2.0, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen those commercials yet? My Pillow 2.0 now with the new and improved special fabric to keep you cool. Get off my TV!
Joseph going crazy, guys. Thanks for very much. Oh, we're not into Merry Christmas. My words, Guys, thanks very much for joining Savage Unfiltered. And we'll see you this Saturday for Rumble Live, guys. Check us out, Savage Unfiltered.
Rumble Talk. Rumble Talk simulcast.
Oh, no, Joseph, this is Rumble Talk. We're doing something else entirely different but I get what you're saying.
Right, yeah.
Rumble Talk simulcast. Yeah. Right over the head. But guys, thanks very much. Take it easy. Keep it savage. Later.